Podcast. 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 Manufactured Insanity Podcast. Manufactured Insanity Podcast. Manufactured Insanity. Yo. Oh.
Hey.
Sweet sounds. The sweet sounds. Yo, it's John. I'm not gonna forget this time. Yo, John Figz and this motherfucker, aka what the hell y'all called me the other day? Yo, it was the new
Squirrel Master.
Squirrel
Master.
I'm just trying to get a nut. Just trying to get that nut.
Get it.
And who else is with me here?
Emphatic. Got no AKAs for today.
Yo, peace, man. It's Paranormal, a.k.a. the Phantom Assassin, Corona Queens representative. You know what it is, man.
Nasty Nate.
Nasty Nate.
Yo, I'm feeling that shirt. What is that? Is it a Wakanda shirt?
Yeah, Black Panther, man, with the gold on it. Yeah, my mom's got it for me.
Yo.
Apparently, she knows I'm into comics and stuff like that, so that's good.
Well, she is
You
your
guys out
mom.
there.
Yeah.
She does know.
She
does
did
know
buy
best.
me. She did buy me Wu-Tang Forever when it came out. So
Yo, speaking
she
of
did that.
Wu-Tang Forever. Speaking of Wu-Tang, that documentary, man.
awesome.
Yo.
Oh my fucking word, man. You definitely got to see it, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I gotta look it up on the internet somehow, some way.
Nah,
Get a
but
chance to see
Give it another week or so, I
Yeah.
think.
It'll be on YouTube. It'll be like the little square, you know. You see
It'll
videos
leak.
like that. Yeah, it'll leak
It
somewhere.
definitely gets in depth. It goes to places that you don't think it would go. It really got personal. Like you got son getting shot.
He was 2 years old.
He was 2 years old. Oh
Yeah,
my!
wait,
Wait,
word.
because of Wu-Tang beef?
Yeah.
No, nah. It was
Nah.
Just some street shit?
His baby mom's. Well, I think he had a babysitter. No, his baby mom's. His friend took him.
Wait, the spoilers, people. Spoilers out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's not because we know the story. It's just is more in depth. That's what.
Oh,
it is.
His baby mom's. Well, no, I don't know if his baby mom's friend or one of their peoples was took him around They were in the projects or whatever. They were living in the projects in Park Hill,
Yeah.
in Staten Island and shit.
I like
And-
that shirt.
Yo, good looking, man. This shit is mad faded. Shit. Laundry day. Yo.
That's every day.
So they were walking. She was walking the baby through the projects, and a straight bullet hit his hand.
It was a straight bullet. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Just-
No. The thing was that some dudes had beef, and they were shooting at each other, and one of the dudes picked his son up and used him as a shield.
Oh, wow.
damn.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is crazy, yo.
That's
as a
insane.
shield.
That's insane.
Damn, that's
man.
evil at its
Yeah,
finest right there.
that's insane.
Oh, shit.
bro.
All right, this kid, I'm going to pick him up.
Yo, so he got shot.
Wait, did the guy live or die?
Who?
The guy that used the kid as a shield.
Nah, he didn't get shot. The kid got shot. So the
Oh.
bullet missed him and hit he protected himself, and it hit the baby. So it went through his hand.
Yeah, the baby had to learn how to walk again.
Yeah,
right?
it went through his hand,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
hit his liver. I think he lost a kidney or something, or liver.
He
I
had
know
to
he
learn
lost
how
a
to
kidney.
walk again, and
Yeah,
I
he
just
was
want to know what the hell
therapy.
happened to this guy, because...
Well, you guys said, in
He got taken care of.
Yeah, got taken care of,
He went
you
on a
know.
long vacation. Got you.
well,
Got you.
I don't think in a permanent stay. I don't think a permanent stay, but
Oh, okay. Went on a long
nah, but overall, man, what's his name? How you pronounce it? Sasha Jenkins.
he's from Queens
The
too.
guy who directed.
Yeah, he's from Queens. Queens.
He did an incredible job, man.
Yo, great job.
He did an incredible job that people are already saying, yo, he should be nominated for something.
Yo.
Just off of this documentary.
Yeah, that docuseries. There's 4 parts to it.
Yes.
This is
yes.
just part 1 that just came out?
No,
all
they
4
all
came
came
out.
out. In fact, before it actually officially dropped,
Yeah.
they put it all up on demand anyway.
Oh,
So you didn't have to wait every week to watch an episode.
Wait, anybody saw the Dr. Dre one?
The Dr. Dre one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Defiant ones? Defiant
yeah.
ones.
Oh
Was that
yeah, I
good?
saw that. Yeah.
But I think every episode is a different artist, right?
no, it was multiple artists.
Because they had like Snoop Dogg for one,
Kendrick,
Eminem.
Gwen
But, I mean,
Stefani.
I guess, but Dr. Dre's influence is just part of that.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Yeah,
Like,
it
he
was
did
good.
music for Gwen Stefani. He
Yes.
did music for...
9 Inch Nails.
yeah.
Trent Reznor had it. He even gave Trent Reznor his own label, just so he could sign artists.
Oh, yeah, but Jimmy Iovine, right? That's his
Yes,
name?
yes.
Yeah. He's...
That's so crazy. I just saw a porno 9 Inch Nails.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's crazy.
Animals.
Fucking
God damn,
gangbang.
man.
But yo, speaking of
9 Inch dicks.
God damn,
speaking
man.
of gangbangs, yo, but that woo shit was crazy, man.
I want to watch it again.
those bangers they had, you know, it broke down how they started, how the name came about,
the Nation of Gods and Earths, the heavy influence
the
of it.
influence, the
Yeah,
way,
it's
just the writing on the spot. You know, every member, it was crazy because after Enter the 36, every member was helping the next project. So I think it was, who was the next person? Method Man?
Who was the first one out of?
I think it was
Ghostface. No,
Nah, it was only built for Cuban Links, I believe.
But that wasn't after the first album.
After the first album, 36 Chambers.
It was Cuban Links?
I believe so.
Nah. I think it was a little later on.
Well, only built for
Wait,
Cuban Links
isn't
dropped in
Iron Man?
95.
Iron Man's later on.
Iron Man
Man's
was
like 96.
Yeah, I would say 96.
Yeah, I think it might have been
ODB.
ODB. I think ODB was after.
Well, I know
Method.
this. I know this for certain. Like when Only Built dropped, Liquid Swords was the following one because they wanted to do the summer winter complex. Like RZA had that in his head. Like Only Built for Cuban Links had to sound like hustlers on the corner in the summer, like just blazing hot.
Well,
and Liquid Swords had to sound like the coldness.
The Cuban
winter.
Links album initially was supposed to be a Woo album. So
yes.
So that's why it couldn't have been right after it.
What, Liquid Swords right after that?
No, the Cuban Links was supposed to be a Wu-Tang album. That's why there's so many features. A lot of the Wu members, every Wu members in the.
But that works for them. That absolutely works for them. It does, just for the sake that it had the complementary and the originality of the Wu-Tang sound, especially for those first couple of solo albums.
Yeah,
it complemented each other. So it did. Like I think Jizzy even said it in the interview. Like, yo, all those first couple of albums were Wu albums. They just featured another guy more.
You know why?
Like,
because they were all they were in the writing sessions. They were all in the studio at the same time.
It's a beautiful thing.
So even if it was a Method Man album, everybody put their input in the shit.
That is a beautiful thing.
And they said after Wu-Tang Forever, they stopped doing that.
I think you could even, especially what you just described, Figz, I think you could hear that in Supreme Clientele. Like it sounds like these are niggas just hanging out in the studio.
Yeah.
And just shit just comes up, just flowing right on the spot. And I think that's an incredible thing. But then again, you added like after Forever, and you said it was You God who said it? Like, You God said like, that wasn't happening anymore.
Yeah.
So,
but documentary definitely a must watch, man.
Yeah.
A must watch.
We're
freaking out. We're fanning out right.
We grew
gaying
up
out
on
right
this
now,
shit, man. We grew up on Wu, man.
We're gaying out right now.
Okay.
But we grew up on Wu, man. But, you know, if you got, to the listeners, if you haven't seen it, watch it.
I mean, I'm a Wu-Tang fan, but I'm not going to gay out.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Since we're on this, if you want to switch subjects, I want to congratulate Emphatic getting some fucking airplay. Rap is out of control. Woo! Congratulations, my dude.
Put a round of applause.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Sophisticated Savage. I actually had the honor of listening to the I guess one of the final mixes. They still had to do some work, but we heard the album on the way to No Ideas Original Radio. Shout outs to them just for having me on there.
That's dope.
And the Sophisticated Savage project, yo, my niggas, I'm not saying this just because we know them. You do not skip a song on that fucking project.
I want to hear it. I mean,
it's
I
incredible.
heard 2 songs.
It's
you know what?
Yo, shout outs to Yazzie. Shout outs to Rhinoceros Funk. Shout outs to fucking White Owl, man. It's an incredible project. I can't wait till it officially drops. June 28th, I believe. They said it's gonna be the album release party at TME, and we definitely
and
have
we're gonna
to
barbecue and shit.
Yeah, we definitely have to come there. I could have sworn I told you this earlier, but I was
Wait, you eat
drinking
hot dogs?
It has to be beef.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. But
would you eat them without a bun?
I've done so. I've done so before. Yeah, dip it in ketchup and honey mustard. Yeah, I've done so before.
Dip it and then
but I believe it's June 28th. Sophisticated Savage is finally dropping. Incredible fucking project,
man.
We
can't wait, man.
It is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. One of the things I'm really looking forward to this year is that project.
Dope, man.
Same.
Yeah.
Word.
Shout outs to my brother Emphatic here. I believe he has
Thank
two
you.
bangers on there. That
The title joint, the title's Sophisticated
Yes,
Savage.
yeah, that's the one they played on Rappers Out of Control. So
Dope,
it's
dope.
that is incredible, man. Yo,
Thanks to
my
those
brother.
guys.
Yo,
cheers.
cheers.
Cheers
Yeah,
to all of us.
cheers.
Okay.
Many
Cheers.
more bangers on the way, man.
Hopefully.
Hell yeah, man. No doubt,
Then we'll
man.
make our own 9-inch nails
Hey, yo.
video.
Yo, but we got
God, man.
we got a special guest. Hey, special guest.
Wait, I'm gonna ruin the mood right now.
Oh man.
Yo, rest in peace to was it Billy Buckner? He passed away today.
Did he?
Yeah, if he didn't mess up that play with Mookie Wilson, we wouldn't have a chip.
But really, he did pass away?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit,
Wow,
the
rest in
the
peace.
first baseman?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boston?
the Boston. Yeah,
Get the fuck out.
He was
here.
on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, season. What was the proposed last season? Was it season 8?
I don't remember.
Well, they're coming with a new one, right?
They're doing a new one. I believe it's dropping this year. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was in one of the episodes. It was a great episode.
You know what? I did. I remember it vaguely.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. It was a
Shit.
good episode. It was
passed
a
I
lot.
gotta,
Right,
yeah, I gotta.
Dad, rest in peace. What was it? It was just
He had dementia.
word?
He had some dementia that affected his body. And
What?
Yeah.
Holy
They
shit.
say syphilis causes dementia.
Probably. He was a
probably
baseball
fucking-
player. He was probably fucking in the 80s out there. You know?
Yo.
Well,
What if like he had like gonorrhea or something like that, and then when he bent down, it burnt, so he didn't go all the way down.
Damn,
and
man,
the ball
the-
went right through
the
his
man just
Mookie
passed
Wilson.
away, Em. Come on,
Yo,
man.
Damn, he's speaking logic.
I
though.
know. I'm just saying.
I
But,
see things.
but the '80s was a crazy era for
Yeah,
baseball,
there's-
though. It was like
They're like,
the
oh yeah,
Coke.
they were like, oh, only gays could get AIDS or something.
Come
So
on,
they
you
were
know the
fucking all
'86
around.
Mets. The majority of them were doing coke.
Yeah, of course.
The Coke
They
Boys.
definitely were,
They
man.
were the original Coke Boys.
Yeah. What was it? They actually had the record for the most like brawls in a season.
Yeah.
That was,
There was a picture of Keith Hernandez smoking like a Marlboro on the bench.
Oh yeah, but he quit though.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying during the game he was smoking.
Yeah.
a cigarette.
He did. Yeah.
Keith Hernandez was the fucking man.
Shit.
And then he dated Elaine in an episode of Seinfeld.
Oh,
yeah, everybody forgets about that.
was that the episode with the Magic Loogie?
Yes,
Yeah.
classic.
He's like, I'm
classic.
Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Newman and Kramer held a grudge since like 1987 and shit.
But yo, shows like that are non-existent, man. They
Yeah, you know what it is too? It's just that everything is, especially in the sitcom world,
Yeah.
everything is so formulaic. It's supposed
I
to be
was
friendly.
just about to say that.
It's so friendly, and it's so like Seinfeld was a big departure of that.
It
Like-
was chaos. and
Yeah,
then
it
they're
was
like,
chaos. It was a show about nothing.
Yeah.
Elaine was one of the boys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was big at its time because Seinfeld dropped in what, like 90, 91?
91.
I don't remember.
Dude,
You ever saw the first episode of Seinfeld?
Yes,
it
I
was
did.
completely. There was a different
yeah,
lane, right?
yeah. It took a while. It
Yeah.
definitely took a while.
I think they were original characters. The original character was there.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same cast. I think, right? There was a couple.
No, there was. It was.
No,
It
no,
wa-
I-
the setting was different.
No, it's not. It's not even that. Like Jerry's pops was a different actor. George's pops was a different actor.
Yeah.
Kramer was not supposed to be featured as much. He was just a guy that kind of just pops in every now and then.
Kind of like Bro Man. and
Yeah,
Martin.
yeah. That's basically what he was supposed to be.
Well,
Wow.
nah, Kramer took the spotlight, man.
Yeah.
Kramer is one of the greatest characters
Of
in
course.
fucking sitcom
course.
history, dude. He is.
You think him that nigger rant?
I know you were going for that.
You think that tainted his legacy?
I saw the sparkle in your eye, and I already knew you were going there. I'm like, damn it.
but in Curbing Your Enthusiasm, that was a great episode.
They did make fun of it.
They
Yeah,
made
they made
fun
fun
of
of
it.
it.
That was
Yeah,
great.
They did. But overall, like, if we're sticking with Seinfeld, like Larry David is just a genius.
Of
He's
course.
he's a genius
Of course.
writer.
Of course.
His comedy
Yeah,
is
his
one
comedy.
of a kind.
He's
He's
all the
really-
characters in one. You know that, right?
Yes, yeah,
The
absolutely.
arrogance of Jerry, the craziness of George.
The uncertainty of Joe. Like George is just always
he's
nervous and like he
yeah.
just calls people on his bullshit.
The craziness of Kramer.
Some of it
Yeah.
is, but according to Larry David, he actually
knew a guy in college,
He knew a
yeah.
roommate. He had a roommate, right?
Yeah.
That he's like, yo, I'm telling you, a guy like Kramer existed. Like that type of guy, his antics existed.
Hard to believe, but
It's hard to believe, but he's like, no,
Well,
that guy really
Well,
existed.
no, but life imitates art, and the other way around.
Yeah,
art
absolutely.
imitates life.
And,
Damn.
and I heard even the soup Nazi was a real guy. That was just something
believe
like
that.
they
I
even
believe that.
labeled.
well,
this
the
shit.
restaurant is after that episode, it blew up.
Yes,
It blew
yes,
up.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
wanted to get that soup.
Mhm.
I mean, thinking that he was working there and shit, but I mean,
No soup for you. Come back 5 years. Yeah. Oh, that is insane, man.
But yeah, we
rest
have
in peace to Billy Buckner.
damn
Yeah.
Billy
rest in
Buck, yo.
Jesus, man. Damn.
Billy Buck. I mean, you know, we thanked him, you know,
Yeah,
for
he got-
years. For
They gave
it
us
was
a
because of
chip.
him.
Number
Well,
two.
not only that, with that 86 series, that was Game 6.
Mookie Wilson.
It's not even that. Like even the Red Sox reflection on that game is like, yo, Buckner shouldn't have been out there. He was injured for most of the years.
Yeah.
Bad knees that season.
But if they're telling you, yo,
Yeah.
you got a broken leg, we could find a way for you to play, would you play? I'm like, hell yeah.
it's the World Series.
It's
yeah,
the World
but
Series.
that's the thing. That it's not only that. Like, dude,
But
would you
no-
rather win an MVP in your career or play in the World Series, even if
Nah,
it's
I would-
once in your lifetime?
I'll play in the World Series.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the shit you dream of as
Yeah.
a kid. You dream of that as a child, bro.
Yo, didn't it occur to you guys that we're the only country that plays sports and name shit like world champions after we win, and we never play any other country?
You know what's crazy? There was some analysis that said that it shouldn't be called the World Series anymore.
I mean, but we
they
do
did say
take
that.
the best players in the world. Like, the best players in Japan come here. The best players in
That
Europe
good
come
point.
here.
Great point, Em.
So,
But how
Great
about
point.
basketball?
No,
Well,
basketball is big too.
Europe
though.
is picking up, though, with the players. Look, the best player right now.
Asia too. There's some parts in Asia that
Yeah.
basketball is becoming.
Oh, yeah,
a
no,
big thing.
basketball is huge.
Look at
Right after soccer, basketball, baseball, those are
yeah.
like big sports.
Like look at baseball. Look at like Korea,
Oh,
Japan,
yeah, Japan's huge.
Yeah.
China. Like there's some of the most greatest players in the world that have actually played here in the States.
Ichiro, look at Ichiro.
Ichiro was a freak. He was a freak. The way
He
hit.
holds the record, right, for most hits. Or something?
No, that's
Well, I
Pete
think
Rose.
no, but I think in total, like if you include his
Oh,
stats,
if you-
I think he's
yeah.
the best hitter of all time. Because
Yeah.
if you take his stats from Japan and then he came here at like what 30 and he still played, right? No, it was like
He
late
came
20s.
here like 28. Yeah, something like that.
And then how many hits he got here? Like 2,000 something, 2,000 like
he was
2,500.
rookie. He was rookie of the year and MVP his first
yeah,
year.
no,
yeah.
but he's a
Damn.
professional. No, I don't think he should have won.
But he
Rookie
was
of
a
the Year.
freak though, because he was so unorthodox. Like even
Yeah.
the way he swung, he was already like a step or two heading towards first base.
But that like
his style of hitting was uncanny.
he knew who
Uncanny.
he was.
Yeah.
He knew what type of player he was because he's not gonna hit home runs. He wasn't that guy. He could hit them, but
Yeah.
he wasn't that guy.
What was it? He had 274 hits in one
Yeah,
season.
but he
Something
would-
like that.
he
That's
would-
insane.
That's
Yeah, no, he
insane.
has the record for
Insane.
most hits in a season. I know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Insane,
Yeah.
insane, dude. Yeah, he's definitely a freak, man. So, but he's you always need things like that in sports. You need things that you would not see again, like in
Yeah.
a generation. That's what they call like generational boxers, generational hitters,
Yeah.
generational like ball players. Like Kawhi Leonard, I think is on his way of being that too.
I think he's the best player in the East.
Yeah.
He took a whole he took a team to the playoffs by himself. He took a team to the chip.
down
to the game.
down
To
two
the championship
games. Down two games.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, "Yo, the Raptors are done."
Wow.
It ain't over
And
till
then-
it's over,
and then
baby.
the Greek
That's
freak.
you know?
He's a genetic monster. He's 7
Yeah,
feet tall.
yeah,
has a
absolutely.
wingspan of
Yep.
what 7'8", almost an 8-footer.
He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, Scottie Pippen had the longest wingspan.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's
Oh,
like
shit.
7 feet or some shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
they said he used to tie his shoes without bending down. That's what they said. Let me just say.
Imagine that. Hold on, let me just.
Yo.
Okay, we're good.
Doodle.
But we have we have guests, man, running late. It's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know you familiar with Fast and Furious
Yeah, of course.
Part 80.
Well, who didn't see that? Because when that
It's a superhero movie now.
oh my god, dude, I
Yo,
hate
that
it.
shit is mad far-fetched,
I
right?
hate it.
I saw
hate it.
I was laughing the whole entire time I was watching that movie because everything you knew what was like if you're not dumb and you watch the movie. Oh shit, feedback. And you watch the movie, you knew exactly what's gonna happen. I'm like, all right, this is gonna happen, and it happened. This is gonna happen, and it happened. And then I hear the people like, all right, this like, and yeah, there's feedback. All right.
Continue.
Anyway, there's a part where Vin Diesel's like supposedly his girl, she had to die. In my head, I was like, yo, she has to die.
That was
because
Michelle Rodriguez?
no.
No,
The Brazilian chick. You saw the latest one?
No,
Yes,
dude,
yes.
I don't
And I'm
watch
like, I
it.
saw
I don't
that.
watch it anymore. I
I
can't
saw
do it.
that. I'm like, there's no way two women could coexist with him having a kid and be together. There's no way. So they have to kill one of
We
them.
can coexist.
So the Brazilian girl died. What a surprise, right? And everybody in the movie theater is like, oh, like they were surprised. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? How the hell you?
But you know what it is? Like, those are fanboys. Like, they're so invested in it that, you know, they look forward to shit like that. I cannot watch those films anymore.
Tell me you could have two of them in your house and be like, hey, you know, I gotta.
My man Nas said it best. Shout out to Najee. He said, yo, this shit became a heist movie. It's not even it's not about racing anymore.
No, it's not.
All right, tell me. Wait, there was a part where Vin Diesel took his car and there was a missile coming or something. He threw his car
That
and then he
already
landed
sounds
in the.
stupid.
Then he landed in the Iron Man stance, the 3-point stance. He landed on the floor. And he just did that. I'm like, oh, it's a superhero movie.
The typical superhero stance.
The Rock took a fucking rocket and threw it somewhere. Come on.
Yo,
No, come
that's
on,
OD.
really?
That's OD.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. And
But
they're doing a new one with
A
him,
spinoff, right?
Yeah,
With him and the British dude.
Jason
Statham, yeah. Well, Jason Statham is a man. I love Jason Statham. Yeah.
No, but after the Transporter movies, I don't know. I liked him in Crank. I'm not gonna lie.
Crank. Was he in the Italian Job? Was he in that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I never watched that movie.
It was a good movie.
That was Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah, him with his typical, yeah. No
I'm mad.
offense.
My face, I'm mad all the time.
I'm mad. Yeah, and I'm not gonna do that. I've been in 500 movies.
I made a career fucking wearing Calvin Klein underwear. And,
however, though,
being part of the Funky Bunch.
I did like him in The Fighter, but of course, my man Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, he took that movie.
Which is my favorite actor as of now. Like,
yeah.
Christian Bale, I think, is my favorite actor.
And who's that again?
Batman.
Batman. Bro, the Dark Knight,
Not the,
brother.
You know, not the newest one, the one before.
American Psycho, yes.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, if you think of Bale, you have to think of American Psycho. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He killed that role. And a lot of people forget Shaft also.
Don't just look at it, eat it.
Yeah.
Don't just look at it, eat it. Yeah.
You drive a hard bargain, Blanquito.
Yeah, man. That was it, man.
A new Shaft coming out.
I don't like it. I gotta say, you know what it is? It
look at a CGI fucking.
No, it's not. It's not that. No, Samuel Jackson's the man. No, I'm not knocking that, but it's just this.
The man that never says no to a role.
It looks
but
like
I would do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but Shaft looks like that. It's becoming too much of a comedy.
Wait, what happened to the other? Oh no, wait, they redid. What was that movie?
Well, they redid Superfly.
There you go.
That came out. You don't know. I heard it was horrible. I heard it was bad. And it sucks because
uncreative people trying to make movies with they got money.
Yeah,
wasn't it the same people who did The Matrix?
I don't know.
I could have sworn. You know me, man. I'm into like writers and who did this and I'm into shit like that. You know.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I don't even know actors' names and
well,
shit.
If I'm investing in something, I research everything about it. Like, that's just me. Yeah. Even though I've been stagnant on reading, but that's my fault.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm reading actually this book called Socialism, Past and Future, and I've been on this
surprise.
I've been on this book for almost a year's time, and I should have finished it.
It's been a year.
Yeah, I should have finished it. No, I should have finished it. It's my fault. I'm procrastinating.
You're going in depth with it.
No, because there's books I bought that I haven't even read yet.
Oh, so you're behind this shit.
Yeah. I got this book. I believe it's called Hip Hop and You Don't Stop, and it's just
to the hipper to the hopper.
No,
that's a sequel.
Are you making that up? I don't know if that's real, man.
That's part of the.
No, but it's the history of hip hop. My man Verbal Lexapro blessed me with this book.
So talk about Kool Herc.
It goes way back.
When he went to Jamaica?
It goes real fucking back.
Well, if you think about it, James Brown's probably like the first MC. If you think about it, yeah, when he used to rhyme and shit. Even before that, you had,
the revolution would not be televised. Like those guys, like
the last Poets Society.
Yeah.
Like that was in a sense a rhyme formation, and like it was there.
Yeah,
it was just pieces. I saw this. I forgot who posted this. I believe it was 07. He posted this video of these African tribes, and they just made it in color, and it was like in the 40s or 50s. And it is so similar to breakdancing. Like, it is so uncanny. You have to see this, guys. You really do. Like, it looks like fucking breakdancing.
Well, you gotta think about it. The person that created all of that here in the Bronx, breakdancing, had to get influence from somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hip hop is an original idea.
No, it's not even.
There is. I think there is.
No, there is. But
there is an influence.
There's an energy source that you take it.
Influence.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Something influences you. It doesn't just come out of
But it
maybe drugs. I think maybe that's the only way you could. If
Well-
you expand your mind to another level.
Well, I mean,
DMT? Are we fucking with DMT tonight?
Oh, we were talking about that earlier.
yeah, we were talking about that.
Y'all were talking about DMT?
Yeah,
What,
but
in the house?
nah, yeah,
Right before?
right
Yeah.
before you.
Y'all
picked
was
this up.
planning to take it tonight?
No, hell no,
no,
I'm
no,
not.
no.
I know a few people that are willing to take it. I can't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
I'm not mentally prepared.
Yeah,
for
I'm
it
not
yet.
prepared for that. I can't. Like, somebody I know took it. He said, "Yo, he stepped in like he thought he was in Avatar, like the planet of Avatar."
That's crazy.
Like this nigga said that he smelled water. Like he smelled like a waterfall. Like when you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's
You can smell it,
Yeah,
right.
but he said he smelled. That's how gone he was. That's fucking nuts to me, man.
Well, your mind comes up with an idea of what is like if you see a waterfall, right? Your mind already like kind of predicts what it could be.
Yeah.
So
How it smell? How it
Yeah.
could smell?
But still, dude, for they're saying that there's a 5-minute duration, an actual 5-minute duration of how high you are, but you feel like you're gone for months.
For like 5 months and shit.
Yeah.
You have no concept of time.
That's crazy.
I'm not willing to do that. I can't do it. I won't come back the same, dude.
Well,
I'll be
yeah,
like the
no.
nigga from Pink Floyd that couldn't be in the band anymore, man.
Well, Stilo had a family member who
Shout out to Steelo, man.
Shout out to him. Yo, matter of fact, shout out to Miss De La Music. She's my daughter's godmother.
Yeah. God bless. God bless. That's all the
christening.
Christian. God bless, man.
Nick too. Nick's my daughter's godfather.
Big Nick, man.
Big Nick.
Yeah.
You know, we great time. We had bloopers. The priest. We're about to put water on my daughter, and he's like put the sign of the cross.
Yeah.
I didn't know he meant to the baby, so I did it on myself. And
Okay.
everyone was like, "No, it's to the baby." I'm like, "Oh, that was a blonde moment." But his cousin, back to Chris, yeah, one of his cousins, man, he took I think he was on shrooms or acid or one of those, and he never came back.
Or angel dust, maybe? No.
I smoked angel dust,
Yeah,
Woo!
but you did
I
it
didn't
by
know,
accident.
but I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
that's a thing, though.
but he took it. He took out. I don't know if it was mushrooms or acid, but he never came back. He never came back.
I think that's most likely acid. I heard there's many cases of that
Yeah.
that people just do not.
Just got stuck and never came back. Imagine being high.
Wait,
like,
so what's his state like? Like, does he try to function, or is it? Does he
Last
know
that I
you?
know-
Like he could recognize people, or
nah, he's like a zombie. They said.
wow,
Yeah.
that is fucking scary to me, man.
You imagine like you're high, like your mind
It's gone.
is
It's
gone.
not. It's
man.
not even that. Like, let's say for the sake that you physically pass away. Is your mind still? Is your consciousness still stuck there?
That you're dying?
No, like you wouldn't because he probably wouldn't even know the concept of death. Like, is your mind still stuck there?
No, if he's that gone, I doubt that he understands.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What's going on?
That is fucking scary to me, man.
I mean, technically, he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
they're keeping him alive. I guess if he doesn't know who he is, he's already like. Think about it. If you don't know who you are and you don't know what you're doing,
Could he eat? Like,
I don't
does he-
know, but I just saw that episode on Black Mirror. Oh my
Which
god,
one?
with
Which
the
one?
consciousness, they put it in the fucking
the doll.
in the teddy bear or
I heard
whatever.
so.
Oh, that yeah.
I never saw it.
That
Oh my
Emphatic, man,
God.
You have to watch this show, dude. I know we talk about it almost every week.
Yeah, but you knew about it.
I heard about it. I heard
Oh.
something.
I
about
was
it.
late to it too. But
People
my
tell me about it.
sister-
Yo, this episode. I'm like, yeah.
No, dude. But you see, I know you're nonchalant about it, but dude, if you watch it, I'm pretty
I'm not
sure.
trying to be cool.
No, I know you would appreciate it. I know for sure. If you like intellectual,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
You'll enjoy it.
Because
You'll
you
enjoy it.
will
But it's
enjoy
like I don't need to watch a TV show. Just sitting outside your house and you see the same people out there. It's
You know what's
It's
crazy?
becoming true though. That's becoming
That's
true.
the thing. That's the
Yeah.
thing about the show is an
I-
analysis of ourselves.
like I said, I take the train. People stare at me that I don't have my phone out.
That's crazy.
You know what's insane too that you guys brought it up,
Something-
like especially according to Black Mirror, is that I saw this dude, I forgot his name, but he did an analysis of the first episode. You know, where the dude fucked the pig, and
Right.
he said, and that was the first episode. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
He said that episode was purposely done as an analysis of ourselves, that we know something horrible, and
But we choose to ignore it.
yeah, something horrible is gonna go down, yet we tune in anyway. Something that's meaningless and has no advancement towards society, but yet we sit down watching with zombies and we watch any. That was the whole point of that episode.
Yeah.
That's what the creator said.
But I don't think as a
that's
human being
crazy.
you can't absorb. Everything can't have meaning. That's too much. As a human being,
that's true. That's true.
like
You-
imagine
I think we purposely do that. I think we purposely
you have to.
We purposely, this is the meaning of this. This is why this is going down. Instead of just living life and letting shit flow. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We kind of now we living
You
in
sound
a
like a free thinking anarchist, but okay.
No, that's actually Buddhism. It's I've been looking into that stuff. It's like you're not supposed to attach yourself to things because they're just things.
Well, I
Yes.
mean that's in the holy books too. Like,
Yeah.
like, do not let material things own you.
No, just
Like,
in
yeah,
general, if a bad thing happens to you, what you gonna do? It happened. Like there's no point of worrying about it. Just it happens.
Yeah, and that's the whole point of like prayer and submitting to the will of,
Like,
of
no,
the
just
Most High.
let
It's
go. Let go.
Like you're in control. Like I'm a speck of dust here.
We technically are.
Yeah, we are. I mean,
yeah, from dusk till dawn. No, that's a different movie. But yo, I love Summer Heights cities.
oh, come on,
Yo,
She
man.
showed him in the movie, right?
She did.
Animals.
Beautiful, and she still look good.
Oh,
But she
Oh,
doing
yeah,
some
she's
whack
She's
roles
smart. She
though.
married a billionaire. She knows
Yeah,
what
she's
Nah,
going.
Summer Hike has always been bad. She's
Yeah.
always gonna be bad.
But I was gonna say from dusk.
So Dawn.
No, from dusk you arrive.
Oh,
to
from ashes to from dust to dust. That's what
dust,
you mean. Like,
ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
yeah. Like, in this, I think if this is true, some dude took a photo of a satellite. Like, there was a photo that was transported back to Earth. They sent a NASA satellite out, just to search the ends of our galaxy
Right.
as much as they can, and it took a photo of the Earth. And dude, we are just a fucking molecule
Yeah, we're
in
nothing.
the galaxy. We're a fucking speck. You just see this little blue dot, and that's it. That's all we are.
Yeah.
Like
It's insane that our mind can gravitate to expanding and going farther than we can. But who are we really? Like how Like it's insane, and it's
Uno
kind
no
of
es
scary.
nadie. My mother used to say that. Uno no es nadie.
What does that mean?
We're not anything.
that's true. I
You
believe
know,
that.
like I see people all the time. As I'm getting older, people have disease, and you
We
see
build
people.
malls.
Yeah, and you see people just deteriorate, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, that's crazy. We aren't shit. And then, but some people try to live life like they all that shit, and then reality hits them and bites them in the ass
Yeah.
and brings them down, humbles them a lot.
And that goes with the saying, like, dude, like the money is nothing.
Money ain't shit.
Money
man.
can't buy you health.
Yeah, because you
It
can't
can't.
take it. You can't.
That's the most
yeah.
important thing in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like
Without health, you can't do nothing.
dude,
Health is
like
wealth,
Paul,
man.
Paul Mooney
Yeah.
said it, man. Like the oppressor and the white man oppressor would pay anything to have the fucking sanity that you have. They will pay anything
Yeah.
for it. You know what I mean? And they can't. You can't put a price on
Hold
it.
up. Is that a manufactured insanity?
Insanity, I would say so.
Hey.
Dung, dung, dung. Yeah.
He said it. He said
He
it
said
in the show. He said the
Yo.
name. He said the name.
And we got these the special guests today. They're downstairs, so I gotta go get them.
Okay, me and
They
the
wanna
fan will
like,
keep
yo,
going.
keep talking. And Dust Till Dawn, man. I'm about to go to the bathroom with that one.
Google
What the
images
fuck?
semi-high titties.
Ah, for fuck's sake, man. I try not to put that
Yo,
energy
do you
in
think
the
she's
air.
dirty? Do you think she does like dirty things?
And why do you always gotta go there, man?
Cause she's like she doesn't have to. Like
I know, but that's in the privacy of her marriage, man. If that's the case,
I think
she is married, right?
yeah, to a billionaire.
Okay,
Like,
that's the privacy of her marriage.
but at that point, if you're a billionaire, you're like, I'm buying things. I'm gonna go buy this pretty doll, human doll, and she's gonna have to do whatever I want.
humanity's getting there.
It's already there. What do you mean?
No,
we're
no,
getting
but,
there?
but,
We're
I,
there
but
already.
I mean we're there. But dude, it's gonna get even crazier. If I could reword it, that'll be.
All right. How about the things you don't know already? Probably the things you think about already out there. I think so.
Well, I mean, hey, I believe they're cloning humans.
It just. Oh yeah, no. In China they're doing it. That's what I heard. They already did.
Oh, that's officially out.
No, well, supposedly, like years ago, they try to make like human pig just because.
What?
Because you could supposedly you could get like you could like get a pig's heart. Some people live off pig's hearts and stuff like that.
They said
They're just doing it to harvest it. Like they're cloning it like just to harvest.
Well, they said
organs.
like a pig's skin is closely the one that's similar to like a human makeup of skin or something like that.
Yeah. But think about it. There's people that have pig heart transplants.
Huh? That's bizarre.
Yeah, that's real.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
How the fuck is what? That's fucking nuts to
Hello,
me, man.
hello. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, I guess just arrived.
Peace,
Hey,
peace.
what's up? What's going?
Welcome to the Manufactured Insanity
Bienvenidos.
podcast. It's finally
It's
happening.
my brother-in-law and his lady. Yo, so
Yeah, Figz will do the proper introduction.
get comfy. I think one of y'all sitting on the mics. Y'all sitting on. So you got, so we got my 3 and 5, right?
Yeah.
So we got my. Oh, all right, you on?
The
Check-
the essence of the impromptu podcast, the only one in existence, people.
I don't know what you said right there, but
Oh, yeah. Why do I always have to translate? I don't understand that shit, man.
yo, so we got my brother-in-law, man, my brother Raulin and his lady Betty.
Peace, peace. Welcome to the Manufactured Insanity
Welcome,
podcast.
welcome.
Thanks for having us here.
Yes,
Thank you for
yes,
inviting
yes. Oh man, we got a lot of topics to talk about, but I definitely want to bring up, since we were talking about Fast and Furious,
Yes,
my brother here.
I hate those films now, but in
he
the
de-
earlier
yeah.
days, like they were awesome.
It's funny you mentioned that because Ralphie Esteve is actually one of the biggest pioneers in racing. From back in the days, actually took me under his wing and taught me about racing.
Oh, what was his name?
Ralphie Esteve. That's actually the first movie based on him.
Really?
He actually sued Fast and the Furious for that.
Really? I mean, well, this is the thing about that first. Well, I would say maybe the first 3 Fast and Furious films. They really did expand and let like the mainstream know of this cult because it is a
They had a
culture.
white guy play a Spanish guy.
Nah, well,
Yeah, you didn't see part 2? The
Who-
Cuban air quotes guy.
the Cuban air quotes guy.
He's a white dude?
Yeah,
In
I
real
thought
life?
he was white. Yeah.
No, he's a Spanish dude.
Really?
I think he's like Spaniard or some shit.
Wait, the Cuban? What are you talking about,
The
man?
drug lord? You talking about
the drug lord.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
bad, my
White guy to
bad.
me.
The one that Eva Mendes was
Yeah,
dating in the film. Yeah. That was a good film.
Well,
but-
you know about he's a white guy or he's a Spanish guy?
no,
Nah,
he's a
nah.
white dude.
Yeah,
he's
there you
really
go.
white
See,
dude?
look at that.
I think he is.
Al
yeah.
Pacino part 2.
Wow. But they've been doing that. They've been doing. Look, The Last Samurai was Tom Cruise.
The Last Samurai starring Tom Cruise. That movie was offensive.
There was.
Oh,
They've been
God.
doing that, you know.
That's funny though.
No, but getting back to,
Yeah, the racing
oh,
world.
to your
sorry.
man, like yo,
Right.
that's one thing I do give those.
No, have you ever heard anybody like a Spanish guy talk like Scarface? Let me tell you something.
I
don't you
never-
ever fuck me, Tony? Yeah.
You
Nah,
little monkey.
but getting back to those first Fast and Furious films, which I enjoy, like it really did expand the culture of just underground racing, especially like even video games caught up to that thing as well. Like they started making franchises.
Yes,
off of
because
things like that.
underground racing, the game franchise became really big right after
Yeah,
that.
what was it? Need for Speed?
Need for
Was it Need for
Speed,
Speed
yeah.
Underground?
And
Yeah,
then they
which
came
was
out with a whole
awesome.
bunch of underground. They had a whole bunch of different ones.
Shift,
after that,
I think was
That was
one.
in effect after Fast and the Furious? I thought that
Yes.
was around since like the 80s.
No,
The
the
video-
games.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think
I could be
Nintendo
wrong,
had
but I don't
any.
think
Yeah, no, they had racing games.
They had
They
racing.
did,
No,
but
but I'm saying,
But not like-
that franchise
Depth,
of
not
Need for
in
Speed.
depth, like-
Yeah, but
The Need for
like
Speed,
the
yeah.
underground racing
The
culture,
underground,
it
yeah.
wasn't there before. Like the thing we had before that was what, like
They had
Gran Turi-
racing games. I know
Gran
that.
Turismo.
Super Nintendo had a Zero, right? What is it?
F-Zero.
F-Zero.
Yeah. No, but Gran
But that
Turismo,
was-
look,
Yeah.
it was a simulation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
fucking
No, yeah.
driving. Like,
If you notice, the Need for Speed became something more of street racing. You
Yeah.
understand?
yeah, the
All the
underground
other
culture,
ones
yeah.
were like, track racing and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
But Need for Speed was really based on street racing after that, yeah.
So we see shit like that in movies, right? We see stuff like that in movies, but you see that, you seen that live with your own 2 eyes, like the underground racing and.
I would like to see one of those things. To be honest, no, I would like to be.
I don't
there.
want to. I don't see it. I don't want to be in the car though.
No, I want to see it.
No,
That's it.
when you're doing those money races, you never are in the car with the other person. Reason why is because you're adding weight. You don't want to add
Oh,
weight to
I
the
am a
car.
big
You
man.
understand?
I'm slowing down your car. no matter
Even
what.
50 pounds, you just don't want to add any weight to the car because for 50 pounds is a tenth of a second. That probably 0.05 of a second of a quarter
Damn.
mile.
Do they
But
gut?
you could lose that by 1 inch of a bumper. You understand? And what happens is, when stuff like that happens, when it's so close of a race, somebody doesn't want to pay up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it becomes a problem. You understand? Guns have been brought out. People have gotten beat up for it, smacked with guns.
Yeah, I've seen.
It gets violent.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. Yeah.
It gets violent. It gets violent.
I think when MTV actually meant something, I think they did they used to do those documentaries. Remember that I forgot the name of the show.
True Life.
Was it true? Yeah, it was True Life.
True
They actually
Life.
did one on underground racing,
Wow.
and it showed that culture and people putting up G's. Just get a
Wow.
race. Okay, yo, I'm gonna give you 3 car lengths.
What
know
was
what I
the
mean?
most
Quarter
you've ever
mile.
seen? Like 3,000-4,000. Like
No,
people putting up.
There's a giant. I don't want to say his name. But there's
No,
a guy
no,
with
no,
a
you don't
white.
have to.
There's a guy with a white GTR. Well, he got rid of that GTR, but that GTR was running 7.9 seconds in a quarter mile. For some people to understand, that's really fast. Understand?
GTR is that Mitsubishi?
No, it's Nissan.
Is it
Oh,
Skyline?
the Skyline.
Well, it's not called Skyline anymore.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the R34, which is the model of the car, that was the last one they made in Japan. And then the one when they first brought the GTR here to the United States, they took the label of Skyline off. It's just called
Word?
R35.
Oh, I didn't know
It's not
that.
called a
Oh
Skyline, yeah.
shit.
It's not called a Skyline.
Skylines are no joke. I remember that. Like they were definitely
Well,
no joke.
right now in the all-wheel drive category, they're the fastest car in the quarter mile right now. Yeah, they're ruling.
I
Without a
believe that.
doubt.
Did you ever get into like the ESPN, like the they race, they go off the line, like
I watch a few of those shows, but I live it live, so I don't
Oh, okay.
don't
Yeah,
really care for it.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But,
Rather play than watch.
Yeah.
Not like today's kids where they rather watch than play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Killing
I'm
me.
like that. I watch.
You watch that? You watch Ryan's toy review?
No, I watch the Mad, like my man, the Mad Credo. Wiz even told me like, yo, dude, I understand how you know so much about baseball and you don't play it.
You never play.
No,
but
I
you play
did.
softball. I played softball with you
No,
one year.
I did. I sucked.
was alright.
But I
We
sucked.
threw you at a right field. I think right field.
Yeah, and I did a horrible play. Yeah, I just
I
suck
remember.
at it. But I just root for my team. That's about
Nah,
it.
but you love the Mets.
Yeah, I know it's sad.
But yeah.
No, it's not.
Unfortunately.
No,
Come on,
dude, come on, man. We've been through some many
It's all
bad
right.
years, man.
Diehards.
Yo.
In fact, my man Fred once made a comment, man. We were on our way
Diehards.
to the radio show. Like Rhino just mentioned, yeah, it's me and Paranormal. We text, like the score and everything when we know we can't watch and everything. And then Fred's like, "That's why your songs are so sad."
Wow.
We're like,
Got
"Damn,
him.
yo, that was bad, man." I took that little blow.
I see the
bro.
correlation.
Yeah.
Yo, but yeah, the racing world. I mean, some people could think it's glamorous, it's fun, but yo, a lot of people met the demise on the road, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I know 3 people personally that have passed away.
Wow.
Racing.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Due to racing?
To racing. Well, one of them
wow.
wasn't through racing, but I know he was doing something he was not supposed to be doing in a car, and he actually smacked the pole. On Woodhaven, the beam right under the LA.
I believe so.
Well, over there in Queens, they took that curve pretty fast and smacked that beam there and passed away.
Wow.
Then a friend of mine, this is why I call actually a friend of mine. It's been 7 months now.
7 months, yeah. Wow, it seems like it was yesterday. I remember.
Yeah, it's been 7 months. We had got into a couple of arguments about it. I told him that spot we were racing is not a money race spot. It's just more we go there, hang out, have fun, but let off because at the end it's a curve.
Right.
Let off. That night it was drizzling.
You mean let off?
Let off the gas pedal.
For the people that don't know, our listeners, they get in tune with the racing world.
Yeah, because his car's probably pushing somewhere between 400, 500 horsepower, which some people maybe think it's not a lot. But when you're in a Civic that weighs 2,000 pounds, that's fast.
Wow.
Wait, so horsepower adds more in weight to your car? Like more horsepower?
The less weight correlated to horsepower,
Yeah.
the faster the car.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it's
though.
power to weight ratio.
Oh,
So
but
it's-
I figure like I never thought that correlates. Like as far as adding more horsepower, like you add what is it like? You add a chip, or you add crazy air taking system, or
It gets pretty in depth after that. You understand? If you don't understand
Yeah.
engines, it could be
Yeah.
very complicated. But if you understand engines,
there's a science to it. I know
yeah, there's
that.
it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
huge science to it, and it's pretty funny because people look at mechanics like, oh, they just grease monkey. No,
No,
these
no,
guys
absolutely
are
not.
very intelligent.
I never
science.
used that word to
Yes.
describe
This
them.
guy-
I'm just saying, like, 'cause
Yeah.
it's for the sake that, there's a science and art to it. There's a reason
Yeah.
why people want to hook up cars. Like, it's a project for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially my cousin out in PA. He just bought, like, a fucking, I think, like, an 87 IROC Z. Like, they're really heavy into, like, the, the muscle cars and, that American muscle and stuff. So, for them, it's more than just a hobby. It is a project. It's something to do. It's
a meaning to life.
It's an art for them. It is.
It's kind of like you creating an album. Think about it like that. The process of creating an album.
Oh yeah, but I enjoy the process.
Exactly. That's how it is. Someone.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, the process, right? And this is where it gets a little kind of crazy between people with money and people with not much money, right? Because then you could have somebody go out and buy a Lamborghini. It's a Lamborghini Aventador, which is a pretty quick car from factory, right? Or a Bugatti, or there's a couple of different cars out there.
Yeah.
But a person who's into racing, they're not looking to buy a fast car. They're looking to buy a car that they can make fast.
So they could build it.
You know why? Because you take pride into what you made out of.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pride.
Would you say that's the same thing, especially like what people are into, like those old school like American muscle cars? That applies to the same thing as well, right?
Yeah, and those guys are very smart. Those muscle car guys, they know their things, man. Those, especially when it comes to the quarter mile racing, those guys have it down pack. Yeah.
You're gonna make me want to go home and turn my Toyota Camry into some shit.
Yo, dude, I want the Tumbler from the Dark Knight, man. I want to fucking take out fucking freeways and shit like that.
Wow.
Man. Yeah,
that's dangerous though.
No, the Tumbler from Dark Knight, and I have the behind the scenes thing. They actually put a V8 like Chevy engine in there, so it worked.
I'm more driving Miss Daisy though. I'm more,
driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, I drive so slow.
Yeah, so you're the guy that has to buy a Rolls Royce or a Bentley when you get money. You just chill. That's it, man.
I don't know.
Maybach Benz.
Yeah. Just even with motorcycles, everybody, all my boys like, yo, get a motorcycle. We got. I'll see myself like in a cruiser, just chilling.
Yeah, my cousin Alex is into that type of shit.
The cruisers?
No, Alex.
Oh yeah, he has that. He has a T-Rex, right? The T-Rex.
He has that, and he has the Honda CBR 954. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not saying that right.
Bikes are very dangerous, man. I would never get one personally.
But that's the thing, though, and especially with underground racing, isn't it for the sake that it's just an adrenaline factor? Like, it's,
Wait, two things, you understand? It's the pride of it, and then you do. If you are into adrenaline, you're an adrenaline junkie, like I am. I love roller coasters. I want to go skydiving one day.
I can't do roller coasters.
I'm in love with that.
You don't do great adventure.
Nah, dude, I gotta be in love to do a roller coaster. If a girl is into it and like, oh man, I want her so bad, man. So I gotta do shit to not look like I'm a punk. Yeah, I'll do it.
You give me that guy that passes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I admit that. I can't do heights. I can't do any of that. And I want to travel, but I can't do heights.
So you want to get on a plane?
I've gotten on a plane before.
Just get drunk on the plane. Get drunk.
Oh no, I learned.
You wake up and you're in another country.
No, I break night now. That's what I do. But
or just drink a bottle of NyQuil.
Yeah,
I wanted to.
Damn.
I'll do that.
Scissor.
Yeah,
some scissor, but you're good.
Sipping on some scissor.
But like we were talking earlier about drugs, heavy drugs, and people losing it and staying stuck. Betty. Yeah. Yes. The mic is on. It's on you now. Yeah. But since you work with a lot of mental patients,
I
want to say
mental health,
mental health, right? Which is going on now. It's tremendous because I drive in the city all day long, and I see a lot of homeless people, and a lot of homeless people, they look like they have mental health issues.
Yeah.
There's been a heavier increase in the past decade, I would say.
Yeah,
there's been a heavier.
No, it's just now we have categories for people to
realize
what issues they have. Because before it'll be like, oh, he's just crazy, whatever, and just throw him out on the street.
Yeah, it's much more than that.
That's the sad part. You actually see a lot of patients. They end up going to prison to get a better health treatment.
Wow.
Because they will get the government pays for it there.
Damn.
So it's a cycle. It's easier for them to go to prison, get treatment, than it is for them to get anything out here.
Wow, that says a lot, right? About our society,
crazy.
Even our government,
Yeah, I was talking with M earlier before we got here. That as far as the sake of, I was just talking to Emily Frost, and she found it so crazy that even in our education system, they don't teach us how to do bills properly. They don't teach us any financial advice.
No.
They don't teach you
They don't know how. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't
that's a requirement
Yeah.
there. Like you have to learn that. Like especially if you're in high school.
Well, they don't teach in public schools because if you go to private schools, you have a better chance.
Oh no, well, but
Yeah.
but like in like places like Sweden and stuff, that's a norm.
Yeah.
That's a norm there. That's the craziest thing. So when I was telling her stuff like that, she's like, "Wait, how many homeless people you have?" And I told her the percentage. She's like, "Jesus Christ!" Like that was weird for her. Like,
well,
that's-
this country's it's formed on debt, so they
Yeah, of
want to
course
keep
it's so, yeah.
they want to keep the people in debt.
and you
so,
and you guys are bugging on me like, why am I a socialist? Like, why do I believe in that? I'm like, yo, you guys are bugging,
Same
man.
here.
oh yeah,
Yep.
oh
I
man.
ching.
Look, Emphatic just gave you the dirtiest
No, I
look.
didn't get
No.
I
Sometimes
don't know.
it's funny. You know, he says a socialist, right? I'm into business. You know, I mean, Carlos, you and I have spoken a lot about that in the prior
Right.
before. You know that I had my own little thing going on before, and prior to meeting my girlfriend Betty, I used to. I wouldn't say look down because I don't like saying that. You know,
No.
I used to say people are lazy. They don't want to better themselves. Blah blah blah. Right?
No, that's true. That
I
you know.
think there is some truth to that.
There-
But then again, I met my girlfriend Betty, and then she tells me her story with her growing up here. She wasn't born here, and it's very sad. It's a very sad story, you know. And she didn't get that look and that privilege that a lot of the kids that are born and raised here have. And those are the people that, you know, we could say they're lazy. But then you have people that come from other countries, and it's sad, and they can't become successful as fast as they want to.
Yeah.
That's one. And two, a lot of times they get hindered by the parents. Yeah.
They're the big. I think parents are the biggest denominator.
Yeah,
I just-
because they don't understand the system.
I just don't like that people would extort the system.
Well,
Extort it.
Yeah.
I pimped it before.
Yeah, you.
Just
I
for
think
the-
everyone does it though.
No,
Any
but
system.
it's for
To
the sake
survive.
of this. You know what it is? Like, my grandfather, may he rest in peace, I saw him work his ass off, and he never got any social mobility. He never got any of it. Just to feed his children and keep a roof over their heads. So, for the sake of, like, am I wrong for calling out people that
No,
that
that's-
people are being exploited, or like are people getting underpaid, are people not getting any provisions of health care,
Yeah.
which should be included in the labor market? I think
But-
there's something wrong with that.
I
I
just-
absolutely do.
I mean, like, because I've seen my aunt. She came to this country, didn't know the language, went
Yeah.
got her GED, went and got somewhat of an education, right? GED, whatever. That's nothing. Then she went and got a job because of that, and she makes money off of just constantly and bettering herself.
She
Like,
hustles.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
she
What do you
hustles.
think of social democracy, democratic socialism? Like building a safety net so that people that don't have the opportunity that your aunt did,
Yeah.
at least have something to fall back on.
I got to think. Talk amongst
I think it's a
Well, because in
good
places
question.
like Switzerland and Denmark, that's what
Yes.
they have out there, and their people are much happier than here. Their education is better, their healthcare is much better. It's because everyone there is living so that their neighbor can have a safety net, just for those moments where things don't work out.
Even
Whereas
the prison
here,
systems are
yeah,
they,
and
they're
here
a
it's
lot better.
like they have a lower rates of revicity. How you say that word? People that end up going back to jail. It's lower
Yes,
out there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here is a revolving door.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Prisoners
It
come
is.
out, they go back in.
Well, because the system here is meant to punish rather than teach you
Yes.
to move on.
And
It makes you more of an animal.
It makes
you
that's
more
the
of an
thing.
animal.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
does.
and especially when you come out and you can't get a job. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna fall back.
Exactly,
So what you know.
exactly, and it's like it like to keep a roof over your head, to feed your fam is like, it's not a dude that's accustomed to that. It's like, damn, he has no other resources.
Right.
And then
That's
if
what
this-
it is.
And then if these people have mental health issues,
Oh,
then
yeah,
that makes it even worse because now these people are they're having trouble thinking, right?
Right.
And now they think they can't get a job, so they what do they go out and do? Illegal stuff, you know. So
Illegal.
they go right back to square one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, what do you guys think about the idea of giving prisoners the right to vote? I think that would give them a voice so that there are politicians looking out for them too.
Why don't they have the right to vote? That's what I never
It
understood
It
that.
depends on what I don't know what kind of crime. did
No,
they
don't
do?
get me wrong,
I think it
dude.
should
Like
be
if you rape
a-
the kid, I'm not.
No,
you're
exactly.
done. You're
Like,
done to
dude,
me.
I
You're
understand-
not a human being.
Which that's gonna be normalized in the future.
You're not a human
They're,
being.
They're
You're done to that.
pedophilia.
If you rape
they're working
women
on
and
that.
shit like yeah, I'm not for
It's-
that. Like like
They
what
work-
the fuck is
They're working on making pedophilia the new LGBT.
Yeah, they're trying
movement.
to swing
Well-
even though I'm sorry, even though supposed even LGBT members that I know are saying no, we're not about that.
Right.
I understand how they're trying to like kind of sway it in there.
Right.
So it is gonna be kind of weird. It's like some surreptitious try to like involve thing in there.
Yeah, but that's just sick. And
I
she
just
works in since you work in the medical field.
Yeah.
Mental health issues. People with mental health issues. How is it? How likely is it you see patients that have that trauma early on in their life try to better themselves or you try to live their lives at a normal path, but have that haunting them? And
Well, that's depending on how early the trauma was. The earlier it is, the more likely it's going to impact the individual, and they won't be able to get out of that cycle. So children that are affected by pedophilia or other things in the home, their life is likely to forever be affected by that, more so than an adult who's been sexually harassed or anything like that.
right. Damn, that's
But I actually have a controversial view. I don't think pedophilia, the way that we're dealing with it, is the right way. There are other countries where pedophilia, somebody coming out and expressing that this is a mental issue they have, won't equate to them completely losing their whole life. And I think that helps society overall, because now you have people willing to come out and express, this is an issue I have, get into a system where they can be regulated so they don't hurt anyone, but they're out. People know that you exist. I think it's much better than for them to hide, because they're going to be who they are regardless of what we think.
That's
and
true.
At least we know about them. I
Because
think
it's a
always
mental
better.
condition. It's not something that they could.
You think that's
without help.
that's a mental? You think that's a mental condition?
I think so. I don't think
Being attracted to like little kids and
I don't think someone would willingly put themselves through everything that comes with the side effects of pedophilia. And I think that pedophilia has existed since like the Roman ages, right?
Yeah,
And even
they used
before
to-
that.
before
So I do
war.
think that it's a mental condition, and I just think that because it's so heinous what they're doing, nobody's gonna feel anything for them, right? You don't feel sorry for them.
Right.
So, but at the end of the day, I think that if we were to open the doors to at least having some kind of treatment or discussion with them, it's much better than for us to ignore them and just send them under a bridge. They're still going to exist. They're still going to roam the world and hurt other people.
Attacking the issue at hand, like as far as when you could read it. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
it's
a tough subject. It's tough.
It's
But
hard because it's hard to
cool,
feel
but
sorry
you
for
could,
them.
You could talk. Yeah, it's very hard to. Yeah, it's. Very
I mean,
hard
it's
to
the same thing what happened when one of my cousins was a victim of pedophilia, and look, he became a gay person. Just I believe that was the source of it. Like,
So
how
that
do
you think
not-
that correlates?
I believe it does.
I mean, if the victim has nowhere to go,
yeah, you're a
and
child.
bring
you
it
don't
out
know,
to the
like,
world. Yeah, you don't know what's right and wrong.
Yeah, you're innocent. You don't know what the fuck is
and
going
like
on.
most
like,
parents are not gonna tell you, hey, this is right and wrong. Like,
Yeah.
everything is like basically like, here's the gist of it. Figure it out yourself. That's how this world works. Like,
You
I
mean
guess.
as far
that's
as
how it is,
now?
not how it works.
You mean like now, or you mean just?
some parents? I'm not saying all.
Oh,
the
okay,
parents.
okay.
Some parents don't even believe the child.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They won't
just
even
being-
believe the child, and the
Yeah.
child will come to them.
because
Listen,
people
this
choose
happened.
ignorance. So
Oh,
They'll be
yeah,
like,
they-
"What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you have a
crazy?"
wild imagination,
Yeah,
like
like,
that
yo,
type
you
of shit.
bugging.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
watching
yeah.
too much TV or whatever.
There was recently a lady from the show, not The View, the other show, The Talk. And one of the panelists, she brought her mother, and they spoke
Oh,
about
the
that.
Philippine, right?
Yes, they had
Filipino?
stopped talking for like 8 years, and it was because I believe it was her cousin who was
Yes.
molesting and raping
Yeah, he
her.
was old.
And
He was like
she told
18.
her mother, and her mother did not believe her,
yeah.
and so she ran away from home.
Right.
And when was the age that she? when
I believe
that
since I think she said she was 7.
He was-
It
he
happened
was
for a
old.
when
few
they brought her
years.
on the show, she was.
Oh, this is already years later. They already went back to speaking and everything. They
Oh.
had stopped talking to each other
Okay,
for a long
okay.
time.
She's an adult now, so
Yeah, she's an adult now.
Well, like she's in the 20s and.
Much older.
Maybe
Something like that?
30s.
Okay.
It's tricky. That's a tricky.
Well, this is the thing, though. It's a different world now because everything is just front page, especially with social media. So it's kind of a weird space for it to be in, especially that we have all this access to just free information and just informing ourselves.
I think they're just people out there that has like a certain lack of awareness. Of certain things, and
they're complacent about it.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like,
so that's why they say ignorance is bliss. You know, so
I don't
that's
want
why I can see his that woman's mom being like, "Oh yeah, you're whatever, you're dumb." That is much easier to me going, "Yeah, you're whatever, you're stupid," than actually going, "Hey, what happened? What do you mean? What are you saying that he did this, that, and the third?" You know,
it's crazy because oh man, I have kids and I'm like, you know,
if a kid came up to your kid came up to you, you're gonna be like, "Hey,
I'm gonna investigate. Like, what are you talking about? What? And, how did it happen? And you know, act it out. Like, yo, what did he touch you, or what he or she?
Yeah.
You know, and the saddest thing is sometimes that the person who's doing this to your child. You know, I don't have any kids, but I do. You have kids with my sister, and somebody will touch my nieces and nephews. That we're gonna have a problem. You know?
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna have a problem.
You get on a rampage, like it's
and then the scary part is that when it's somebody who you think, who you in your mind would have never thought would do that.
That's most of the cases.
That's when you ask the question to your child, like, you know, what's wrong with you? You really start to doubt your child. Because he's a child, you understand?
Yeah.
So he could have seen something on TV and just wants to say something. Because kids lie, you know. We all know kids lie, you know.
They have an overactive imagination. That's just a natural part of.
So it's something that's very, very hard, you know, for kids to come out with and for parents to understand and believe. I don't know, babe, what's your point of view on parents believing in their kids on that situation? Since you probably know somebody that's been through that.
I've had a few cases within my family, and personal cases. And I think that the hardest part. Okay, so I had a close family member who was abused by another close family member, and it was an open secret. We all knew it happened, and yet nobody really wanted to talk about it. So much so that this person was in our lives, still is actually, and everybody kind of just brushed it off because it was easier to ignore it and pretend it didn't happen. And he didn't mean it. He was drunk. It didn't mean anything, and just move on. Than it is to have that conversation and the consequences of those conversations. Because now, are we going to call the cops? Are we going to send them to jail? What's going to happen after?
You're gonna beat that person down,
and it's gonna ruin the family. So, so it's a hard conversation to have, and for all the parties, but especially for the person that's victimized, to hear basically they don't have a voice. You know, you're taking their voice away, even after they've spoken up.
That's the thing too. Like for a person that's victimized like that, like it could lead to their own self-destruction that no one believes in them.
Big time.
You know what I mean? That's usually the case. They do turn to drugs as an escape. They do turn to
self-medicating.
Yeah, like not even that.
You're talking about a victim?
Yeah, and not even that. Like a lot of people in the porn industry feed off of that. Like women who have been, you know what I mean, victimized of that because
pimps and hoes.
It's weird. It's weird. It's so fucking weird, man. That's why I try not to even watch that anymore because it's so weird that this is somebody's daughter. This is, you know.
Well, porn is supposed to desensitize you, so you're not supposed to watch too much of it to begin with.
No, I know. That's the whole point. Yeah.
Damn. So that's why you stopped being a pimp?
I never was. What are you talking about?
That hat says otherwise.
But fuck's sake, come on, man. You know I'm stuck in the 90s, man.
Yeah, you're stuck in the 90s. But it's so much different with something happening to a younger girl than a young boy. You know? Yeah? All right. And, damn, well, I don't even know because you were saying, you was doing some bird language.
Bird language.
All right, cool. So, damn. But to my point is, you know, I was a victim. I was like 7 years old and older, you know, she was like 16. You know,
nice.
In DR. But you see, that's the thing. People say, "Yo,
no, but you're 7. You don't know what you're doing."
I was 7, and
if
she
like 12,
she put her tongue in my mouth. She grabbed me. She fondled me, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm 7, but everyone's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I guess this is the norm, you know. But it'll be different if it was a girl, you know. If it was a 7-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy, society's like, oh, it is looked fawned upon.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird space for
Double standard.
Yeah, it is
Double
a double
standard.
standard. Yeah.
Word. But damn, you know, I guess this is part 1. You guys have to come back.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely come back
we
and
definitely
speak
have
more.
to come
Thank
back.
you for inviting
We
me.
have a lot to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about to speak on. But and on that note, I want to thank our guests. You know,
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you for
Thank you
having
for
us
having
here.
us.
Yes,
for
welcome
the
to
half a day,
Manufacturing
for the half a day.
Insanity
Yeah, so
Podcast.
you turn up late. So
Yo,
Hopefully
man,
we get more hours in. That's hopefully what we could do. You know.
word up. And man, thank you guys. Today was one of the most serious topics.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
it
were on
was.
point today.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a good discussion to have. Like, if you can't have the discussion, that's a problem, I think.
no, of
Yeah,
course you have to.
absolutely.
We
I
have
think
to.
you-
So this is part
I
1.
think-
You know, the first couple to join us. It's the first. Wow. Next time we're gonna
Oh,
talk
that's
about
the first.
relationships.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on relationships.
A
next time.
relationship, something I never had. That's what's up.
You never had?
Nah, I never did.
Come on, man.
Even
No,
with
I'm
your
being
mom?
serious. Huh?
You with your mom?
Oh no, I'm close with my mom. I'm talking about like
Boyfriend,
having
girlfriend.
that I
You
never.
close to
had.
your arm? What?
What?
You make love to yourself? Yo, but so
Ah, shit. All right, I'm out.
He starts saying jerks off.
so we got my man.
What?
It's your turn, Bobby.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yo, play
Hey,
something
that's a-
funky for the people.
Hey, you gotta keep talking because I don't got anything set up.
Yo, I didn't even know that it was M's turn. That was never mentioned.
It was your turn, and then next week is yours.
Next week, okay, I got.
You gotta get the program, man. You gotta get the-
Yeah, I'll know for next
You ain't
week.
get the criteria. You ain't get the. Yo, so people, man. Yo, you know what I mean? Stay safe.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Hip hop is all we learn. You want me to sing? Yo, should we just wrap it up like that? Wait, we could do that. Word. Yo, but
Oh yeah, play that. I want to hear that shit, man. Yeah, why
Word.
not play that, man?
Yo, but so y'all from Queens, right?
Mhm.
No doubt, man. Yo, we from Queens too. We from Queens. We in the Bronx, and yo, so we're gonna leave y'all with knowledge because knowledge is the key to life. You know what I'm saying?
Knowledge, wisdom, and beauty.
Word up.
Gamal
Peace.
Oz Dubois.
Peace.
Peace of the 5%ers. Peace, yo. Till next week. Knowledge be the key. Oh, and it goes beautiful with the Wu-Tang thing we were talking about earlier. Peace, love, nappiness.
Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Your brain is set your mind stay free.
Accept your limits and you'll go beyond. Far from the facade, my people taking in poison. What our music spawn, programming the mind to believe the fiction. It's like we all blind, can't see through the depiction. It's all in our eyes through our daily convictions. But the wounds are self-inflicted. These are the facts, be no predictions. Nothing in these streets but drug addiction. Cash-driven, fast women, the thug wishes to be the toughest in the hood. To prove that he shoots the next man, ends up in prison for good. Repercussions never push, cause negativity is profitable. You considered a sucker if you're knowledgeable. Ego and pride stops many to see what college can do. I mean, if I can improve, so can you. But the lane chosen is full of traffic, leading towards enclosed caskets. Gangsters die young in dope fabrics.
Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Your brain is set your mind stay free.
We praise assassins, Ben Franklins, Andrew Jacksons. We bask in the glory, but our territory is gory. Violence is mandatory. We speak derogatory, constantly fed useless info. They turn our sisters into nymphos, shitting on our own kinfolk while they still enforcing Jim Crow laws. We at war. Can you see the man's claws? Too many sign without reading the clause. Now you're caught off guard. A nightmare. We live in heavy burdens. I lived it since I screamed. Oh, that's vivid. Fill my attic with wisdom. My furnace burns with forgiveness. I envision a better living for us all. Where minorities unite so we could never fall and stand tall, escape the devil's lasso, overshadow all the shallow fiasco. Lead through example, seeing the glass full, never bashful. Life's a gamble, tackle jackals while we breaking through the shackles.
Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Knowledge be the key. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Your brain is set your mind stay free. Knowledge be the key.